Hey guys, this is SoundJack here with Nerdy Geek Talk, the source for all your nerdy geeky needs, here with episode 56 of Steel City Bots. And I know it's episode 56 of Steel City Bots this week. I double checked. So not like last time where I was wrong when I was in charge. Speaking of which, yes, I am in charge. Eric isn't here, and neither is pretty much anyone else. The only other person here this week is Jared. How are you doing, Jared?
Doing good. Quite good, actually.
That's good to hear. Yeah, so it's just the two of us. It's just the two of us with some news from New York Comic Con. I say some, but there's quite a bit. To the point that's pretty much all the news this week is New York Comic Con news. So let's do what we do first before we get on to the news. And the first thing we do before we get to the news is talk about the history lesson for the week. And this history lesson is for October 7th, 1985. The day we are recording the podcast is October 7th. And on this day, 1985, the Transformers episode Microbots premieres in the US, featuring the Autobots Brawn, Bumblebee, and Perceptor shrinking down to microscopic size to infiltrate Megatron to remove the week's MacGuffin out of him. And we learn about the existence of evil brain impulses in Transformers biology. So I wonder why we haven't heard about much of that after that point. Evil brain impulses. Okay.
One of those good little episodes of G1.
Yep. Yes, indeed. But speaking of good old stuff, well, not G1, because I don't think there's a whole lot of G1 that we've got this week. Actually, looking at the list, we didn't get anything G1 related. Which, fun. Let's get started. Jared, you got the most this week. What did you get this week?
All right. First of all, I got movie Bumblebee, the Volkswagen, and it's pretty cool. Transformation to Beetle mode, though. Oof.
I haven't gotten my Studio Series Bumblebee into vehicle mode yet once. I can't imagine.
So here's the deal. It's not bad, but it's just very complex, and you just have to get everything, get everything in a certain position exact. There's no close enough with that transformation, and you cannot. This is a figure that you cannot just jump around. I'll do the legs and the arms, and then I'll do the head part now. You have to do it in a certain way, otherwise something will not line up, and you will have a pretty bad time.
Old memes. Do you remember that one, Jared?
No, I can't get out there. What would you say?
The "you're gonna have a bad time" meme.
Yeah, no, I know.
Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
It's fine. Just get in Beetle mode though. He's a cool vehicle mode. One minor nitpick is that he doesn't have all that much clearance underneath him, so he has stuff hanging underneath him a little bit, and if you don't have a smooth surface, it will scrape. And one super minor nitpick drives me insane is that for movie masterpiece has to be, or they're claiming it's very accurate to the movies. In Beetle mode, visible head syndrome. Even though he clearly did it in the movie trailers at least.
Yep.
So I'm just come on, missed opportunity.
Absolutely. Where does the head end up relative to the vehicle mode?
It kind of does if you remove a panel, pretty much it will have visible head syndrome. It's
oh, okay,
right where the engine It's right where the end would be, pretty much.
Okay, so there's just the panel underneath where the behead is that prevents you from seeing in car mode.
Yeah, and pretty much like if you were to take the entire car away, and he's in vehicle mode just sitting there, he would be facing like where the vehicle would go, and like his head is like looking straight up almost. If you're in robot mode.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, that's just the only way they did it.
Okay.
But like, come on, no visible head syndrome on this figure.
Yeah.
Whenever the Studio Series and even the Legion class-sized figure has visible head syndrome.
Visible head syndrome. Yep.
Anyways, that's not all I got. Next up, I got the Target exclusive Soundwave set, which is Soundwave. Well, it's two different.
I was gonna say.
I just put it all together because they're basically like meant to be a set.
Yeah.
The one is just Soundwave, which is just like a recolor of Titan's Return Soundwave, which I never got, so this is my first time messing with them.
I think it's also a retool. I think they retooled it. I'm pretty sure they retooled his legs so as it looks more boomboxy rather than the Titan's Return Soundwave's like audio bar.
I have to take a look at the images because I haven't seen them in a while.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, after that, it's the where did I put him? It's a thing with a one-step changer, Bumblebee, and it comes with Buzzsaw, Rumble, and a new cassette. I can't remember its name.
Howlback. It's her name.
Yeah. Oh, Howlback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
you've pretty much what?
Sorry to correct you on two things. Well, Howlback's not new. She's just an eHobby exclusive. And while this podcast, it falls under the Frenzy is Red, Rumble is Blue. To be accurate to what the packaging calls it, it's Blue Frenzy.
Yeah, it is technically Frenzy, but
we all know it's Rumble.
Blue. Yeah, I call my blue cassette Rumble.
Yep.
And all these molds have been out for a while, so you probably know a bunch about it, or if you had it, so I'm not going to really bore you on that. Other than that, I got Power the Prime's Optimal Optimus, and he's really, really nice. I do have the convention exclusive Primal set, but I'm just using that as like display purposes only, pretty much, and this Optimal Optimus I'm just going to use to mess around with, tinker with, and I already did do the slab removal, separating Optimus Primal from Optimal Optimus, so you can have the two figures in your hand at once.
Very nice.
And yeah, it's pretty easy actually. Especially if you probably have a actual pin removal kit, because at one point I had to take a screwdriver and a hammer to my figure.
Yeah, would not recommend.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that either.
Yeah.
Couple more things. I got RID Warrior Megatron. He's okay. Suffers from the gimmick a little bit, but other than that, he's pretty cool. I also, second to last, I got Studio Series Shadow Rider, which is a repaint of Studio Series Lockdown. Except he's orange and he has the like scuba mask head.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a straight up repaint, pretty much. So there's nothing really to talk about that there.
Yep.
Speaking of straight up repaints, I also did get, last but not least, Studio Series Ratchet from Dark of the Moon instead of the first movie.
Yeah.
And I actually like him a lot. I do like the color scheme better for this figure than the first movie one, because to me, like, the yellow in that figure was like too bright and there was just way too much of it. But for this figure, the shade of green that they got and the like the good paint that they put all over it.
Yeah. Agreed.
And that's basically it for me. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, I think you forgot something.
Yeah. I forgot I did get two of the Legion class size figures for Bumblebee. I got Hot Rod and Volkswagen, because there is two different Legion class size figures for Bumblebee. And yeah, Hot Rod, he's okay. Nothing really to write home about. But yeah, and Bumblebee, he's actually a lot better than I was expecting. But yeah, they're Legion class size figures. So I'm not really, wasn't really expecting much when I got them.
Mm-hmm. Very nice. And that is it for you, right?
Yeah, that is it.
Cool.
Yeah, that's it.
Cool. All right. So technically I only got one thing, but technically it's also 12 things. I got the first, I mean not the first, the full wave 4 of the tiny turbo changers. Jared kindly got me wave 3 for last week's show, and the week after I found wave 4 at Target. So, yay! I'm just going to go over them all really quickly, just in the letter order, because that's how I like to display them on my shelf. First we have Ratchet, who instead of being green is gray, so I guess that's his Dark of the Moon colors, but it's just a flat gray all over. So, okay. And then we got Grimlock, who is translucent yellow with green paint. And I'm just like, where did those colors come from? Like, is that supposed to be like a G2 Grimlock? I don't know. Next is Dragonstorm, who, very interesting mold. It has to do a bit because it's big and complicated, but you know what? Very nice new toy. After that, we have Dropkick, Car Mode, who is a repaint of Cog, and you know, it's a repaint, it's fine, it's blue, it's car, it's fine. Then we have Dinobot Scorn, very nice little figure, very cool. Then we have Bumblebee, who is the first instance of Bumblebee being in one of the waves that is not the Camaro Bumblebee, but rather the Volkswagen Bumblebee, and boy is he pudgy. He is so pudgy, like he can't move. Like they don't have articulation besides shoulder joints and whatever transpiration joints they have, but like he's so pudgy, and like his legs are supposed to split a bit, but they barely split. It's like Winnie the Pooh, but like 10 times fatter. It's so adorable. And then we got Dropkick Chopper Mode, as called out packaging. I'm surprised it's not Copter Mode, but Chopper Mode, who's just a flat repaint of Blackout. So cool. Then we have Soundwave, who is here, who was already a thing, but is now in blue, I guess, to be in G1 colors. And speaking of G1 colors, we also have an Optimus Prime trying to be in G1 colors, at least in vehicle mode. He looks like he's in G1 colors. In robot mode, he's just all red except his blue head. I know blackheads were a problem. I didn't realize blue heads were a problem. And then we have Dinobot Swoop, who, yes, in the movies they are called Strafe, and in the toy line, but this specific toy is referred to as Swoop. So make of that what you will. Very nice. The helmet makes me think it's Captain Rex from Star Wars.
Oh.
Like straight up. Like I'll just show Jared, like right now. Is that not Captain Rex's head?
I do not know because I can't see your video.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm off video. Oh, I thought I was on video this whole time. Do you see it?
Oh, yep. That's Captain Rex, all right.
Yep.
That's funny. Or there's definitely a Clone Wars.
Oh, yeah. And a quick note with Swoop, also, that means all of the Dinobots that appeared in the movies all have molds, but we gotta wait for Dinobot Slug to happen to be in the toy colors. because the slug that we got is in the screen colors, which there has been another Dinobot in the screen colors yet. Even though there have been 3 Grimlocks. None of those are in screen colors. Anyway, and then we have Megatron, a Revenge of the Fallen Megatron, who is quite neat and quite dark colored painted. It's kind of more colors reminiscent of Megatron's form in the Angry Birds game, if you know what I'm talking about, with the darker gray and the purple highlights. But I mean, that makes him stand out a bit more. And then lastly, we have Shatter. So we have a female in the Tiny Turbo Changers, and she's just a flat repaint of movie 1 Barricade from the line, even though her instructions show her being a repaint of movie 5 Barricade design from Tiny Turbo Changers. But yeah, overall, I think my favorite is probably Megatron. Yeah, definitely Megatron. Megatron's quite fun, though Bumblebee is also just too adorable. And that's all I have to say on the Tiny Turbo Changers. And since there's no one else in the show, we don't have to go over anyone else's stuff. So let's get into news. But just so you're aware, normally when we do news on the show, if you've been here before, you should know this. It's just one person that reads the news. Since it's only the 2 of us, we're actually going to go back and forth just to make sure we just to change it up a little bit, since we got this interesting scenario.
Yeah.
So, Jared, why don't you start us off with this first bit of news?
All right. So first and foremost, we got our Tommy seed revealed for March in 2019. We got Leader Shockwave confirmed, Skytread, Necromaster, Battle, and Airstrike Patrol. So, we got some early things. So, first off, we got SG-08 Blowpipe, which is a Battle Master.
Yep. Target Master to Trigger Happy.
Yeah. Which I wonder if you could put him with the Titan's Return Trigger Happy.
Oh, I'm sure you can. I'm sure they're all 5mm ports. I'm sure the Decepticon Target Masters will be able to hold their companions.
Yep, and I'm probably going to do that with my Trigger because he's one of the few Titan's Return figures I have.
Yeah, which I'm going to say is funny because since they were in Titan's Return and their heads have names, they were given the names of their Target Master partners. So now their heads and their guns are going to have the same name.
I can see some Ibarix test bots right now.
Yep.
Like having the Battle Master being like, "Hi, my name is Blowpipe." Titan Master. "Hi, my name is Blowpipe."
Target Master.
Yeah.
Oh boy. That's a tad weird. But anyway.
And anyways, next up we got SG-09 Top Shot and Flask, which are masters.
Which is interesting because in the US he's called Big Shot, but in Japan they had to rename him as Top Shot, it seems.
And yeah, next up we got SG-10, which is Storm, Cloud, and Whisper. They're also Micromasters, which are a Airstrike Patrol Micromaster. Thing that we saw before and we talked about like a few episodes back.
Yep.
And yeah.
And then and Skytread, Hound, Megatron, Shockwave. That's the full wave. But this is interesting because beyond the various articles that told us, hey, we're getting these figures, this kind of more so confirms some of these figures coming before New York Comic Con even hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And speaking of New York Comic Con, we're just heading there right now. Last week was a slow news week outside of New York Comic Con, to be honest. So let's get started with the New York Comic Con news. First thing first, we have Flame Toys images of their various figures, including their G1 Bumblebee, their Star Saber, Victory Leo, Optimus Prime, Nemesis Prime, IDW Megatron, IDW Optimus, Starscream, and their Drift, their Shattered Glass Drift, and their Tarn. I am pretty sure we've seen all of these before. I'm not positive we actually saw Star Saber in color before, but that does look pretty nice. And I'm not positive if we saw actual prototype of Victory Leo, but that also looks pretty cool. Yeah, pretty much what we've seen before in the same states of color or not color. I'm pretty sure. If we haven't, well, you can check the article out and see what's up. See what's up with all that. Yeah, not too much to talk about there, but it's all pretty cool if you're into the statue type of thing.
Yep. Also, if you're interested, almost employing dollars on a Tarn figure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because this is an actual official Tarn figure that is coming, which is kind of crazy.
One thing that I actually noticed about like these like official like fully articulated figures and whatnot, like flame toys, like they are almost never transformable. So it kind of leads you to wonder if like there's some sort of like in a contract where it says like can't transform or something like that, because I don't think we've ever actually seen like something like that where it's actually licensed and fully transformable.
Yeah, that's very interesting. I mean, the closest is that I think we know Victory Leo is going to be able to combine with Star Saber to form Victory Saber. I think that's the combined form name. So there's got to be some parts forming going on there, but that's not like a full-on transformation. So I guess that's fine. But,
and I'm not. I know there's a bunch of collectors out there who are like, if it doesn't transform, I don't buy it. Which that is fine. You're entitled to your own opinion, but for me personally, like my figure doesn't have to transform pretty much.
So are you interested in getting any of these?
The Megatron and Optimus look really good. The IDW Optimus and Megatron, that is.
Yeah. Those are the ones I've been most considering. Those would also be fun because they're model kits. No Tarn for you, or are you interested in the Tarn?
I am interested, but I'm not so interested in blowing nearly $400.
Yeah, that's probably what would stop most people. That $400 entry fee, not entry fee, Pirate's Point.
Yeah, one good thing though, slightly that might tip odds in my favor a little bit is that he is on pre-order for the Chosen Prime or at the Chosen Prime, and they have a reward system. So if you buy figures, you get like so many reward points, and you can save up reward points, redeem them for like a couple bucks off of your figure. So there's like 5 and 15, and there is some like if you save up like a couple thousand points, you can actually get a figure for $100 off. So
oh wow!
If I were to so if you have a bunch of points saved up, like I think like to get $100 off, you have to have like 3,000 or something. But if you have that, like you can redeem that, get that Tarn for $100 off. Which would be insane.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good. 25% off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still a boatload of money, but less of a boatload.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that'd be better.
Yeah.
But yeah. Next news item. Yeah. What is it, Jared?
Yeah, continuing with something not so big. It's the next home exclusive ornament. And that would be G1 Bumblebee. And is definitely his G1 toy. And yeah, I did get their Optimus Prime one. Yeah. However, sadly fell and broke in the middle of one of our episodes. Go back in time to check that out.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, pretty neat. if I see him like during Christmas season, I might, just because reasons.
Yeah. I'm probably going to end up going there and getting the Starscream. That's this year's.
Yeah, same. Yeah, same.
Because I'm sure they'll have them in stock. It's not like they're going to run out.
Yeah, and last time I went before I got my Prime was actually at Target. So
yeah.
Hopefully Starscream doesn't run into a Galvatron or anything like that and break on me now.
I still function. Yeah. Or you could just pass S Waspinator. Oh wait, you don't know about that. You fool.
Actually, I do.
Okay, good. But you still haven't seen all of Beast Wars. You haven't even gotten past episode 7. No. Yes, I'm shaming you. I'm shaming you to the entire audience right now, Jared. How dare. Anywho.
Yeah, anywho.
First, in the only bit of Studio Series news we got this weekend at New York Comic Con, basically, I guess, it's not really the convention exclusive for the year, but it was revealed at the convention, and number 36 of Studio Series, or is it 38? Anyway, as part of the Studio Series line, there's going to be Entertainment Earth exclusive of Studio Series Drift featuring the Baby Dinobots Sharp T, Terry, and Tops. This pre-order went live on the first day of New York Comic Con. Pre-orders are still open, and like I said, the set includes Drift, which is a minor retool. Just the head is changed, and there's a new sword. On the Last Night Drift toy, also with an extensive amount of paint applications that's making him look a lot nicer than the Last Night one, and as well as the 3 mini Dinobots that I mentioned before, all of whom have minor amounts of posability, from my understanding, as well as a very large display backdrop. This figure is on pre-order. I think it's available elsewhere, but if you pre-order from the Entertainment Earth, as long as supplies left, you will get a special gift with your pre-order that both I and myself and Eric, who have pre-ordered it, have noticed when we got our order confirmation, our pre-order confirmation. And I'm very curious to see what that gift is, but we have to wait until February because it's not going to be available until then. But yeah, interesting. Very, very interesting exclusive. What do you think? What did you think of this, Jared?
It looks nice. I also have the Last Night Drift mold, or the Last Night Drift, and yeah, it's nice. It'll be nice to see him in like his full like robot mode colors, because that's a lot of red pretty much on the Last Night Strip.
Yeah, I got. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, you're good. I just want to mess with some of those like the baby Dinobots.
Yeah.
And I did pre-order it on Entertainment Earth, and I did notice as well the like little like secret like exclusive thing, or like the secret edition.
Yeah, and just to clarify, in case my speech wasn't clear, you can order it elsewhere besides Entertainment Earth, but it sounds like you only get that special gift if you pre-order on Entertainment Earth.
Yeah. As far as we know, we don't know if I ordered mine on Entertainment Earth as well, like I said. I did see it on like Chosen Prime. So I don't know if that will have the same deal or not.
Yeah.
I don't think so, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's your turn for a news article, Jared.
All right. Next up was pretty much the big ones. which is Siege official Decepticon images from IGN, on IGN, whatever, which is Megatron, Soundwave, Shockwave, Starscream, and Refraktor.
Yes. Refraktor is here in the toy line. He exists. And you can get 3 of them and combine them into camera mode.
Yep. You can get 20 of them and combine them into a mega camera.
Yes, because they confirmed that theoretically you can combine Refraktors infinitely. Out of everything revealed to us besides the Titan was just speculate, the Titan, which is the next news article, so I don't feel bad about mentioning it right now. The only thing we were not spoiled upon was Refraktor being a thing. Completely. Not completely spoiled on. There's one bit that I guessed correctly, but we did not know. Anywho, what do you think of these guys?
I personally like them a lot. Whenever you look at a page, if you go through our show notes, is the first you'll see is Megatron in his tank mode, and I kind of like it actually a lot. We were saying in our group chat that it looks like the War Within Megatron design, and I kind of agree. After that, we have one of the Refraktor bots, and they actually look pretty nice. They do look pretty nice. I just can't wait to see some lunatic actually buy 20 of these things, because I know it's going to happen.
I was going to do it for the memes.
Yeah.
And it's going to be us. No, I'm kidding. It's not going to be us. If we lived closer together, we could each buy 3 and then just drive to each other and then have a camera of 18. Though if we all lived next to each other, we'd be taking from each other's supply. So someone would probably have had to order online.
If, maybe sometime Eric and I sit maybe even Tanner if he actually gets some stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
We could all combine our stuff.
Yep.
And we also got for the images of Shockwave, we got him in his base mode, which is, from the looks of it, they are going to be continuing the the Prime Wars evolution gimmick.
Yeah.
Power of Primes. Which I'm all about, because I actually really like that gimmick.
I'm very surprised that happened, but I'm also very pleased.
Same.
Mostly for the sheer fact that Shockwave is in scale with the other Decepticons, the other main Decepticons, Megatron, Soundwave, and Starscream are all Voyagers, and with this leader gimmick, Shockwave's core robot is a Voyager.
Yeah.
And that is honestly the perfect scale I have been looking for the main Decepticons for years now. I was going to use Cyberverse Ultra Shockwave as my Shockwave because I thought, this one's going to be too big, but nope, it's small, it's a Voyager, it's just got armor to make it bigger, and all the armor turns into basically a hoverboard for him.
So it's basically Optimal Optimus with his hoverboard.
Optimal Optimus 2.0.
Yeah.
Shockwave is secretly Optimus Prime is secretly the reborn Shockwave. Primal is the reborn Shockwave. Wow, I butchered that joke. I just took it out back and just slaughtered it and chopped it into pieces and put it in the meat grinder. Anyway.
We also next up we got images of an image of Megatron in his robot mode, which looks pretty nice. It looks like his the gun for his tank gets stuff attached to it to become a sword, because holding him what he has holding in his hand, that's the gun for the tank.
Yep, and that's really cool since the original Megatron toy in the Diaclone line got a sword.
Yeah,
that looks like that. That's really nice. Sadly, it's no Flail, but hey, this is still a reference.
Yeah, and from the looks of it, he does also have his fusion cannon on the other arm too, so you're not going to be missing out on that.
That's very good, but I'm very curious where the fusion cannon goes in the alt mode.
Ooh, I think it maybe combines onto the main gun.
Maybe.
That looks. I'm looking at the tank right now.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, probably happens to letting the barrel of the fusion cannon tabs into the handle of the gun.
Yeah, and then the fusion cannon ends up being like in the middle of the turret of like the bulky part of the tank turret.
Yeah, which are most likely his arms.
Yeah. So he's pulling a Cyberverse Megatron with the tank barrel just being in the middle of his arms.
Yeah.
Okay then.
Yeah. I wonder where the actual sword pieces come from.
That looks like it's just going to be like weapon kibble. Weapons. I definitely don't see anywhere unless it's not in the promo art.
Yeah.
Well, we'll find out when we actually get it in hand or more images. Because we know there's more conventions coming on later in the year that Hasbro stated they'll be at, and maybe we'll see a few more shots of this toy before it hits our shelves for Christmas.
Hey! These are coming out during Christmas.
They should be. The first wave, at least.
Yeah.
Not Soundwave or Starscream, but Megatron, Shockwave, they'll be out for sure.
Interesting.
Yeah, anywho. Let's keep this rolling along. What's next? What's next on the images?
We got Starscream and his Tetrajet. The jet part looks nice. However, he is going to have a lot of under kibble.
So much under kibble. He's got it. That's the big problem I have with this. It's a space vehicle that could literally transform however you want. And it still suffers from jet underside kibble. His entire legs and arms are hanging out underneath the jet mode. And I'm just like, you couldn't work around that at all?
Yeah. The Seekers can, any jet former will never, in Hasbro's hands at least, will never be able to escape rut under a jet syndrome. Or at least some form of it.
Studio Series Starscream is the best example of them not having that.
Yeah.
There's obviously bits and pieces, but hey, it's substantially better than anything else. Pretty much everything else. But the robot mode, however, for Starscream looks really good.
Yeah, I really like it a lot. The battle damage on Starscream looks nice.
Yeah.
Not too much, not too little.
Yeah. A very, very solid amount. You can tell he's battle damaged, but he's also not too battle damaged. Because the Autobots...
Yeah, it's not like he was...
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I was going to say, the Autobots look not battle damaged. Shockwave doesn't look that battle damaged. I think the next figure we're talking about... Yep, it's the next figure we're talking about. Yep. Looks like he... What was the expression we were using before, Jared?
He got picked up and slam punched by a Titan.
Yeah. And who is that character we are talking about?
Next character is Soundwave. The first bit is the picture. The first picture is in his alt mode, which I have absolutely no idea what his alt mode is.
Some people, it's really what it looks like is a slab with possible jet engines. But I think this a proper description. What a lot of people were speculating was it's a troop transport type of a thing. And after they said that, I'm like, I completely see that since Soundwave usually has his cassettes, and because of how the transformation works, the cassette door because he has a working cassette door because he has actual cassettes, but we'll get into that in a later article, has a button press that allows him to store cassettes and drop them out of the back. So he's kind of like Cybertron Soundwave in a way, because Cybertron Soundwave did the same thing, except it was below.
Yeah.
And his cassettes were bombs. Yeah. Edgy.
Yeah. And next, the thing that we were referring to, which is the robot mode. Taking out the cassette door, it's a very nice figure.
Yes. Like,
looks like he was just
go ahead.
damage-wise. Battle damage-wise, taking out the cassette tape door. Pretty minimal. He has some on his feet, looks like, which is going to be obvious. However, whenever you look at the cassette door, it's basically shattered.
As much as we were exaggerating with the Soundwave looking like he was thrown smack down into the earth by a Titan, his chest looks straight up like he took a shotgun shell to several shotgun shells to the chest. And it's not pleasant. Like, I understand the battle damage, but, like, Soundwave looks the worst of them all. Like, Starscream, like we were saying, does have a bunch, but, like, it's to a point that, like, oh, okay, that's cool. It works. And, like, yeah, I guess shattered windows would be a thing.
Yeah.
But it's not pleasant looking, and literally no other character with windscreens has this type of damage on them.
Yeah, like, for me, like, if you want to put battle damage on the, like, cassette door, at first I'd be like, all right, no problem. Maybe, like, just put, like, a few, like, scratches and cracks in there. So, like, too minimal.
Yeah.
Or at least some, like, gold, like the gold outline of it being scuffed up.
Yeah. Oh, also, the main reason we're complaining...
I feel like there's just too much.
Yeah. Also, the main reason we're also complaining is because the door is transparent. You can see through it.
Yeah.
If it was like a very tinted blue, I don't think they would be as bad. Like not even tinted blue, but like a solid blue that was like trying to mimic being able to be seen through, even though you can't see through it. But like, you put a cassette in there, you will see the cassette, but you're also going to see the severely shattered glass, and me no likey.
Yeah.
Like, that honestly makes the toy rank a lot lower for me because of how much that looks. Though also very interesting, I do want to point out, he's got an extra gun.
Yeah.
He's got his shoulder cannon, he's got his normal handheld blaster, and he's got another gun, and I have no idea where that gun came from.
No.
None.
Maybe he stole the gun off the Autobot who shot him in the chest with.
Yeah. I'm very curious. If anyone's looking at these images and knows what that gun might be from, let us know. I wonder if that's a possible retool. It's not Blaster. It's not Blaster's gun for sure. But I don't know.
And it looks...
Sorry, you were saying?
Oh, it looks like it might be like at the stock of the gun, it looks like there's a pin or so. It kind of looks like it, like, unfolds for, like, vehicle mode or something.
Oh! You're right. It's interesting. Does it go? I don't think we see it in vehicle mode. I'm not seeing it in vehicle mode at all, at the very least.
No.
Unless that's...
But it definitely...
No, wait, no, never mind. It's storing underneath, like, the far side, like, engine.
Oh, I see it.
But it's storing, like, in that folded up configuration, if it does, in fact, unfold.
Yep.
It's the way he's holding it, so... I don't know.
Yeah. What I hope for this figure is that, like, in hand, the battle damage as seen in images, but
yeah, or they just remove.
We'll have to wait and see.
Or they just remove the chest battle damage. I'll be fine if they remove purely the chest battle damage.
Yeah,
I'll take that. But next,
Next we have the full vehicle mode for Shockwave, which is like a space cruiser. It looks like.
Yeah,
And,
it's so pretty.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
It looks intimidating.
Yeah, it definitely does. It definitely looks like a Decepticon warship, without a doubt. And from what I can see, I can already tell that people are going to be fan moding as a Shockwave gun, and I can already see a way to do it.
I mean, people have been speculating that the inner Shockwave, just how it's folded up, turns into the gun form, pretty much. The only thing you really be missing is the front end barrel piece that you needed for the G1 toy. But maybe the front end of the ship mode can attach, and you'll just have an oversized front end for the blaster.
Yeah.
But it looks. Oh, sorry, not blaster. Upside down submarine. Obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it kind of does look like you can just flip the thing over and use the the tower and the bridge as a handle.
Yeah.
And just use that.
Yeah.
However, it would be very uncomfortable in hand because you got those two big posts just jamming into you.
Yeah, with how thick the tower is. On the one side, at the very least, it looks like it. Especially with the hose in the way. Might not be the greatest grip.
Yeah.
But the robot...
And...
Sorry, go ahead.
Yep. We were both on the same page. Moving on to the combined robot mode. Oof.
Ooh.
General Grievous meets Shockwave, pretty much, is what we're all saying.
Yep.
Because Shockwave has 4 arms.
Yes. Yes, he does. And he's got giant shoulder pads, he's got a crazy backpack going on, and he's got cannons for feet now. It's definitely not folding the kibble, not the kibble, but the extra bits don't fold over the inner robot like Ultra Magnus does. It's just like he's clearly wearing extra armor. And it's just like, time to mess someone's day up. Logically. Because logically, when you have an upgraded form, you need to get an extra pair of arms, and both of those arms to be purely blaster arms. Logically.
He has another... Kind of looks like he has another set of just like swords or stabby hands at the bottom of his dual arm. Almost looks like you could almost get about 6 arms if you really wanted to, with just 1 regular hand, 3 blasters, and 2.
Oh, I see what you're talking about.
Just spears.
I just assumed those were cape bits because also cape pieces are logical.
Yeah.
But if they can fold around like that, yeah, they could be stabby bits. That'd be fun.
And I posted a picture. Yeah, and just for kicks and giggles, I did post a picture on my Twitter of my Ultra Class for Shockwave.
Yes.
Because for the transformation, he has it. So for that, you have 3-armed Shockwave, which I'm just playing off as them hinting or secretly saying what's to come.
Wink, wink, and nudge, nudge to this toy coming out 3 months after this other one. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, but we got 2 more images.
Oh yeah, we got more images of the Refraktor. Looks like just the first image is just one of the robot, a single robot vehicle mode or alternate mode.
Yeah.
Which is just a gun.
It's apparently supposed to be like a hover sled thingy, but really it's it's just a block. It's a rectangle with bits on it that you use your imagination to tell you what it is.
Yeah. To be fair, there's only so much you can do with just a single Refraktor or reflector bot.
Yeah. But you get 3 of them, and then you get the last image, a camera mode, and that's really cool.
Yep.
It's really cool how each one comes with a third of the tripod and a third of the camera lens.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, we should keep moving on because we got a lot more. We got more.
Oh yeah.
The next thing is there was a live stream, and what new we learned from it is we saw a prototype form of the piece of the Titan class figure coming out in 2019, and it is clearly Omega Supreme. For we clearly see the tank portion of Omega Supreme. Very cool. Very, very more. There's much. Sorry. There's a fair bit more to it than the original G1 toy because instead of having just the main tank barrel, it's also got 2 more additional barrels on the side. Which, wait, maybe that's accurate, but I don't think they elevated the same way the main tank turret did. I don't remember. I haven't seen the original Omega Supreme and his alternate bits much, so maybe I'm talking out of my butt with that. But what I'm not talking out of my butt about is that Omega Supreme, which they didn't name, but obviously it's Omega Supreme, will be coming with his own Micromaster companion, and that will be Countdown, who fits very thematically with Omega, since they are both spacefarers of a sort. Yep, since Countdown is a space moon buggy. Very cool. I cannot wait to see more of this at Toy Fair.
Same.
It looks.
And as an additional tidbit, we also got like a little out-of-focus image of Shockwave in the background.
Yeah, posed in the famous the Transformers Are All Gone pose.
Yeah.
And
it looks. No, good.
Yeah, and I mean, like, that's just cool. You got a modern day Shockwave that's not a masterpiece that can make the pose.
Yeah, and it looks like he had. And I saw this during a live stream. It looks like they have like actual like parts effect, like blaster effects as well.
Yeah, they come with the Battle Masters.
Oh yeah, that's that.
Yeah.
And never mind.
Yeah, they hijacked the blast effect from one of those, the Battle Master dudes. I don't know which one. But those Battle Masters are pretty cool with those blaster effects. That's pretty neat. They also mentioned, I watched the live stream after the fact, and they also mentioned that the blaster effect pieces are molded soft plastic. So they're hard enough to tab into holes, but soft enough they're not going to break or hurt your foot if you step on them and drop them. Which is an interesting tidbit. Just wanted to say that. I found that interesting. But that's all for that article. And now for pretty much the rest of the reveals. What do we got, Jared?
For pretty much the rest, is we got just like a huge, like multiple pictures of a huge just display of a bunch of these like guys that we just talked about and that we didn't talk about. I'm not going to go picture by picture because there's literally over 100 pictures.
Yeah, but who are the new ones we learned about from the display with the new figures?
We got Brunts, Laserbeaks, and Ravage. Those are the new ones, I assume.
Yeah, and then Skytread, technically, because we haven't seen him before, but we knew he was coming. We've known he was coming. Yeah. First things first, Brunt exists. And if you don't know, Brunt is Triptychon's little tank drone partner that came with his original toy back in '86. So you can complete your Triptychon-based pals. And fun thing, this Brunt has a robot mode now, and it's designed off of the Centurion drones that featured in the IDW Stormbringer miniseries, which very much looks like Tankor, because they were designed off of Beast Machine's Tankor, which is really freaking cool. And he's also the Decepticon weaponizer, so you can weaponize your Decepticons out, just like the Autobots can. Skytread does the dual-con thing. He turns into a jet and a tank. Unfortunately, the tank and jet don't have individual robot modes. It's just the Skytread mode. But it is backwards compatible, I guess, with Battle Trap, so you can mix and match those. And then Ravage and Laserbeak are here, and they are the Spy Patrol, which we talked about last week, and which, I was right. I was right all along. Which I'm very happy about. Unfortunately, there's no Rumble Frenzy bot cassette scene yet. Hopefully one comes out so we can get all of Soundwave's, at least early on, compatriots. Which would be very cool. But Ravage and Laserbeak are good. Laserbeak's got his face from when he was on Cybertron, as seen in More Than Meets the Eye Part 1. And Ravage is a little chunky, but it's very hard to get a Puma to turn into a rectangle. And they also, and while they were shown, and we hadn't seen them prior to this, they also forgot, the article forgot to mention that we also see the Airstrike Patrol members, Stormcloud and Whisper, here as well. Which I just want to bring up because A, Decepticon Micromasters, B, all the Micromasters, well, except Laserbeak and Ravage, can combine into weapons, and those two are jets that combine into a sword, which it looks like if you had a third component would just be the Armada Star Saber. Would be the Star Saber from Armada that was made out of 3 jet minicons, and I just want that to be a thing. It just has to be a thing. They're teasing us at this point. It's a tease. It's gotta happen. They're just lying to themselves if they don't think it should happen. I'm sorry, I took over that, but I'm just like,
yeah,
gotta. You gotta.
And also, as I'm scrolling through these images, we also have, which I don't think are mentioned in this article, but we do have some images of NPM movie Bumblebee.
Right.
And
Yes, there was the Masterpiece movie Bumblebee. There was some other later wave movie toys, as well as some new Cyberverse toys that were revealed at the convention. But I've put them at separate articles. So besides Masterpiece Bumblebee, we should talk about those later on. Unless do you have any comments to make about Masterpiece movie Bumblebee from the images we see?
No, not really, because I actually have them in hand right now. So
I thought so. I thought you didn't need to see it, but yeah, there were images of Masterpiece B there. But moving on to the next bit of news. This is just a quickie kind of a thing. Transformers Museum Scale Seeker Statues from Sideshow Toys. Fabulous Fury of the Fall Time, Comic Con in New York City continues to rage with latest news. We have a look at the Museum Scale Seeker Statues. They're referred to as museum scale, which even T-Formers doesn't know what that means, but they look heckin' huge. And you see the three main stickers, Starscream, Thundercracker, and Skywarp, all having a nice G1 cartoon / Transformers Devastation paint finish to them. I just gotta look through them. They all have similar posing, but they're not the exact same. They're all in the air to an extent, hovering over a platform with the Decepticon emblem and jet flames coming out of their feet. But Skywarp and Starscream have the same leg pose, but different arm poses, and Starscream and Thundercracker have the same arm pose, but different leg poses. Or maybe not. Maybe Starscream, maybe Thundercracker is the same. Oh no, Thundercracker has a different arm pose. They all have different arm poses.
Yeah.
But they all look pretty good. But they're all probably going to be pretty expensive. And they're also probably very, very large. So consider that when getting them, if you get them.
Yeah.
If you can afford to get them. Also consider if you have the space to get them. Because I sure don't.
Two main reasons. I was gonna make a stupid joke.
Go ahead, make the joke. What was the joke?
I was gonna say that that's because that's the reason why I can't get a Unicron lamp. Because one, expense. Two, that thing is gigantic.
Yeah. Yeah. It really is. Yeah. But yeah, that's all for that bit of news. So what's the next bit of news?
We got some Cyberverse Action Attacker or some Cyberverse releases, which is sure some action attackers and stuff like that. We're good.
Yep. There's a lot of new Cyberverse figures that we saw at the convention, and were released. We've got just to run this through, since Eric intends to have a more in-depth analysis of the stuff, and we kind of stood on the first release of the Decepticons a bit. We have Scout class figures, Shadow Striker and Ratchet. We then have Warrior class figures, Prowl, who has flip over shoulder cannons, which is cool, and Soundwave, who literally his gimmick is that Laserbeak flies out of his chest, which I love.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, Warrior class Hot Rod, which is very neat. And then we have, I believe this is looks like an Ultra Class Optimus Prime. Yep, this is the Ultra Class Prime, as well as an Ultra Class Slipstream, which looks really neat, who has a helicopter rotor coming out of her jet mode. Okay. As well as Ultimate Class Bumblebee, because of course Bumblebee was going to get an Ultimate Class figure. And then One Step Changer Bumblebee. That is a new mold, it looks like. One Step Changer Megatron. Which, I think there's another One Step Changer Megatron. This one looks very different to that. So I'm pretty sure this is One Step Changer, so I'm kind of confused. Unless that's an Ultra Class Megatron. I have to double check. But there's also... You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks like a One Step Changer Megatron. I thought it was a One Step Changer Megatron. It's got a... I'm going to just double check the wiki. That's what it is, because I know there's a different One Step. So this might be the Ultra Class, and I don't want to give misleading information. Yeah, there's no Ultra Class listed for Megatron, so I guess that is the One Step Changer. Yeah. It's another One Step Changer that's listed. Oh, there's also another Optimus Prime One Step Changer. Huh. We also have One Step Changer Hot Rod.
Yep.
And yeah, like I said, another One Step Changer Optimus. And our first Wheeljack toy. That is a One Step Changer. Hooray! I am happy. He also has a firing missile. He does a pew-pew. We also have a One Step Changer Prowl going on as well. We got a lot of One Step Changers. We got a lot of news on a lot of One Step Changers.
Oh, yeah. We did.
Yeah. Very interesting. What do you think of them?
They look alright. I'm probably not going to get them. Yeah, they look pretty neat, actually.
Yeah, they look pretty good. The only one I might consider is Slipstream, purely because I'm going to be getting the Voyager class Seekers from Siege. Because we'll know we're getting Thundercrack at the very least. That means we got to get a Skywarp at some point, probably. And Slipstream would be in scale with them. So unless I decide to go out and buy a bunch of Seekers and repaint them, that might be my Slipstream for my Generation shelf. But you know what? Maybe they'll actually release that toy in Slipstream colors. That'd be cool. I think that'd be cool. Yeah. But next bit of news, some more Bumblebee toys. We got a bunch of Energon Igniters. Not as many new figures as we did for Cyberverse. But we have Energon Igniters. I think they're all the same size class, the ones that come with the engine. And we got, I'm going to save the first one for last because that's the most interesting. We have a vehicle, we have a car mode Shatter Energizer, an Optimus Prime Energizer, and this particular Optimus Prime, because there's another Optimus Prime in the wave that's looks like he's the the evasion mode Prime from Age of Extinction, but this one looks straight up G1-ified. It looks a completely different mold. Looks much more G1-y in this toy. And then we also have a jet mode Shatter, which is very nice. And then the thing that's the most interesting, tank mode Blitzwing. Retooled out of the Megatron Energon Igniter with the movie Blitzwing head. So, if you're not convinced yet, unless this is very elaborate, a false advertising on Hasbro's part, there's no Starscream as main antagonist.
Yeah, unless this is super, just
screw with you,
toying with us.
Yeah,
like Tank Blitzwing, not in the movie.
Yep. And it's actually Starscream. Yeah, I don't think they'd go that far, which is most evidence I need to say that is in fact Blitzwing in the film. So, but take that info as you will, and we'll find out for sure in 2 months. Pretty much. When's the movie come out? Is it the 9th, or is that I think it's later. Is it the 21st of December?
Yeah, I think it's that.
I thought it was the 9th for some reason. Yeah, 21st. So two and a half months until we're at the B movie. But yeah, Blitzwing tank mode, huh?
I don't know. We'll have to see another trailer at least.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see it in a final trailer during that might drop a couple days before,
with actual tank mode Blitzwing.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll just have to wait and see. But what's the... this is a bit of a minor bit of news, but Jared, what's up? What's up with this bit of news?
Yeah, this is very minor, but kind of funny.
Yeah.
Which is, at the Siege display for Comic Con, or not Kremzeek. We got Kremzeek.
Yeah, there was a mini Kremzeek in the display, about the size of a thumbnail, is described in the article, found by Unicron.com. And I'm going to assume this is relevant because I don't think this is the same figure that was present in the Masterpiece Starscream or Masterpiece Megatron or whatever Masterpiece that's had Kremzeeks. So this might be a new figure that might be showing up somewhere in Siege. Maybe. Who knows?
Maybe it'll come with the Starscream one. Maybe it'll come with the Starscream or Megatron that we showed.
Maybe.
Or that we showed.
Maybe that'd be very interesting if that happened, or how they.
Yep.
That's cool though. I want it. Oh, just also a quick thing. It wasn't mentioned in here. But as part of the display with hidden Easter eggs, there was a Soundwave figure that was painted to match in with the rest of the display that had his lamppost form.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and also the official description of the toy confirms it has a third alternate sensor lamp mode, as it was described. Because you got to reference the G1 cartoon always and forever.
Yeah. Even if it was only for one episode of one season.
It was too famous. It was way too famous. Yeah. And then the last bit of news we have is Megatron is My Hero. The episode 6 of the Transformers Cyberverse cartoon has premiered on Cartoon Network, is available on the Cartoon Network app or on CartoonNetwork.com for free watch, as well as on Hasbro's YouTube channel. So go view it wherever you desire. And you can do that because it's free. You don't have to stream. You don't have to torrent. It's free. Hasbro is just like, yeah, have the entire season for free everywhere. But I definitely recommend you watch this one. It was a very good episode. What did you think of the episode, Jared?
I really liked it. I'm not going to get into anything spoiler related, but it kind of reminded me, it brought me back to whenever I was reading Exodus a little bit.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that was intentional with the content of the episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is all of the news we have this week. So Jared, what do we have for pretty pre-orders this week?
For this week's pretty pre-order, it is indeed the Studio Series Drift with the Dinobot on Earth. And as we said, you can pre-order it there and get a some secret special thing.
Yep, some surprise gift.
You pop inside.
Yeah.
And you've heard what we had to say about this figure already, so yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know what else was cool this week for pre-orders, but this seemed cool enough, especially since it's like the New York Comic Con exclusive or whatever.
Yeah.
But up next is the question of the week. And I figured this is probably a straightforward question of the week, but what reveal from New York Comic Con are you most looking forward to, Jared?
This is basically a given for me. But I'd have to go with Wave, the leader, Shockwave with the General Grievous combined mode, because I'm most likely going to be playing him with that mode, at some point.
Yeah. For me, honestly, while Leader Shockwave is really cool and is definitely my close second from what we learned from New York Comic Con, Brunt, I would actually say, is my favorite reveal of the week. That was just so different. I think a bunch of us were expecting Brunt to happen at some point, but I didn't think it was going to look that good, to be honest. And I'm just glad it came out as well as it did. Yeah. I wish the other folks were here to give their opinions. Yeah. But hey, maybe they'll have a chance later on in the week. Depending if Eric's desire to have a more in-depth discussion of the news comes to fruition. I sure hope it does. But we'll see. And for this week's mascot, we have badly battle-damaged Bisque in honor of the fallen Soundwave. Because I can, because I'm in charge.
Yeah.
But Jared, what's also on Nerdy Geek Talk this week?
Also on Nerdy Geek Talk this week is NGT Reviews Episode 4, which is Studio Series Voyager Wave 2, where we talked about the Voyager for Wave 2 of Studio Series, which was Megatron and Brawl. So, yeah, go check that out and see what all of our opinions were on those figures.
Yes. All I'll tell you is we didn't end up in a tie like we did with the Studio Series leaders.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it for Nerdy Geek Talk this week. If you want to keep in touch with Nerdy Geek Talk, you can subscribe to us on YouTube because we do post all of our videos there. And you can check us out, which includes this podcast, obviously the Steel City Bots podcast, as well as all of the other podcasts on the Nerdy Geek Talk network. And besides YouTube, obviously, that we were talking about, you can also listen to us on Apple Podcasts, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and Podbean. I got them all. Yay. And you can check us out there. And you should also follow us on Twitter at Nerdy Geek Talk to keep updated, to follow and get updated, get notified. We'll post updates of when new podcasts are out. Sorry that came out so scrambled, but hey. But you should also, for this specific podcast, you should also follow the Steel City Bots Twitter account for interesting tidbits, polls, as well as the Steel City Bots Instagram, where I won't say who, but someone on this podcast posts some very nice photos of Transformers, mostly relating to Bisque and shenanigans and stuff. But I say whoever that person is does a fantabulous, awesome, super job. Okay, enough patting myself on the back. But as for you can find the rest of us, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. My YouTube channel is where I do Transformers toy reviews, as well as my own podcast, SoundJack Rambles. My Instagram is where I post photos of my toys, and Twitter is where I hang out. So come on by and say hi. And Jared, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at basically all the time. So if you want to get in contact with me, that's your best bet, to be honest. Other than that, I am on Instagram where I post a lot more stuff because on my Twitter, other than retweeting, liking, and sometimes like replying to some other posts, I don't really post much on there. But on Instagram, I do post a lot, and it will be at JarPro00, where you could see my Nightbots, and yeah. Come check them out. Like, they're actually, like, some of the images I take are actually, like, really nice. Especially the other one I did. The one I did for the Masterpiece Bumblebee.
Yeah, that was nice. That was really nice. Follow him. Follow him. I don't think he gets enough support as he should.
Yeah, well, and for those who did see it, I was trying to go for, I'm gonna go for like having him in a battle mask be like have like lights in his eyes, or having his eyes glow a nice blue, which actually did turn out really well.
Oh yeah, definitely felt good. Felt really good. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's it from us tonight. So that's it for us, I should just say. You could be listening to this during the daytime. But anyway, that's all from us. So until next time, guys. Bye.
Goodbye, bye, and all that good stuff.